Hello and welcome to the second installment of the Copart Audi build series. Now, in case you missed part one, here's a quick clip.
Pizza time.
This is my 2013 Audi A4 Quattro.
Congratulations, you won.
What?
Man, it's fine. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. No. Really did like that. Yeah, part one got a little bit wild, but I highly recommend watching it. Now, for those of you that just want a quick refresher, this is my 2013 Audi A4 Quattro that I purchased from Copart for only $5,000. Now, as you can see, this car has had a bit of an accident on the passenger side.
Oh, that's a lot of damage!
I'm not entirely sure what happened, but after some digging and thanks to my amazing forensic investigative skills, here's what I think happened.
And Hulk. Smash.
Yep, happened just like that. Totally like that. No doubt in my mind. So, today is a really exciting day.
Mr. Parker, why is this an exciting day?
Well, I bought another car. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Wow, this guy has a kink for garbage cars.
I'm the trash man.
And I'm not disagreeing with you, but hear me out.
And then I start eating garbage.
Now, I need quite a few things for this car. I need 2 doors, I need 2 quarter panels, I need both bumpers, front and rear, etc., etc., etc. Now, if I were to buy all of these parts separately, I mean, just the doors alone locally from a junkyard are close to $1,000. So yet again, I did an internet.
2 hours later.
And this is what I came up with. This is my new car. Pretty sweet, right? Now, this car does feature many things, like a door, multiple seats, never before seen invisible engine technology. All right, jokes aside, yes, this is a parts car. After doing some research, I found this to be a much less expensive solution to get the car back to its former glory versus just buying the parts outright. A parts car would provide me with all the parts that I need, as well as the little bits and pieces that I might need later on down the road that I don't necessarily know about right now. So how much did I pay for this parts car? $1,000? $1,500? $2,000? I'm kidding. I'd never trade something as precious as mac and cheese. But I did get a great deal. I bought this car for only $600. 600 bucks. And it gets even better. I already sold the wheels on the car, so that means I was able to make $300 from the wheels alone, and now I'm only into this car for $300. And on top of that, this car has the potential to keep hopefully making me even more money down the road. Now, I'm sure some of you have noticed I'm still missing a front end, and I do need some of those front end parts. So I'm gonna have to source some of those elsewhere. But this still puts me in a great position to save a lot of money, especially on the doors. Now, before we get all excited and start tearing things apart, we have to inspect this car first. So let's get it up in the air and see if there's anything else I need to order before we start getting into it. Okay, so let's take a look underneath the car here, and what I'm going to do is just kind of give it a quick glance over. I'm just going to see if the accident had caused any damage underneath. You never know what could have happened in an accident. Somebody could have run over something, hit a curb, etc., etc. But honestly, from the way the car drives, it feels good. So I don't really expect to find much down here, but we're just going to take a quick look. So starting on the back here, it doesn't look like there's any leaks from the differential. Looks like the axle here and everything is all good. Let's take a look at the other side. Yeah, this is actually not too bad, all things considered. I mean, there's a little bit of surface rust, but this is pretty normal for cars, at least, you know, in areas that have a lot of snow and the roads get nice and salted during the winter time. So this is really not anything for concern. The metal is still all really solid. It's just on the surface. So, you know, we can actually take care of that and prevent it from spreading any further. But moving on, here's the side that took the impact, and as you can see, it's perfectly straight. There's just not a whole lot going on down here. The car's pretty dry so far. And moving up, this is the transmission. There is a seal in the back of the transmission that sometimes likes to leak, but as you can see, it's nice and dry right now. The transmission itself is actually looking pretty dry. I do see this little wet spot here, but I did have the air conditioning on, so I'm thinking that this is probably just condensation. I don't think that this is actually oil or anything of the sorts. And then moving up here, this all looks pretty good. Axle looks nice. We'll have to take the wheels off to inspect the brakes, but honestly, I think I might just go ahead and replace all the brakes all the way around. Actually, if you guys look, you can see that boot right there is actually torn, and it's releasing grease all on the inside of the spindle there. So this is something that's going to have to be addressed. Now, I did not notice any clicking or movement while I'm driving, so this axle actually should be fine. Really, all we need to do is take this apart and then replace that rubber boot, put some fresh grease in there, and then just seal it back up, and I think we'll be okay. But all in all, below the car, I gotta say, it looks really good. I'm kind of looking at it from the bottom here. Now, I'll try to see if I can take a look at the brakes. The rotors, they're looking a little thin. There's a little bit of a lip on the outside here. So probably, it's probably just time to just freshen up the brakes. Now, if we move on to the back, this side is definitely, it's done. There's a huge lip going all the way around. And there's, as you can see, this sort of orange stuff on the wheels. This is actually from metal on metal contact with this brake pad. Now, I bought the car this way, but that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and make sure that this is all taken care of. I gotta say though, the tires, I'm really impressed. They are brand spanking new, or really close to it. It looks like they might have been replaced just prior to this car getting into an accident. So, I mean, that's kind of a good thing, because tires can get pretty expensive. But all in all, I'm really liking the way that this is shaping up to be. We're gonna have to do something to straighten this up here. You could really tell how damaged it is from this angle down here. Yeah, you can see that big, that big groove. But yeah, but not too bad at all. Not bad. Those of you that have made it here to the end, thank you so much. Your support means everything. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps the channel, and hopefully it'll help me bring you more content in the future. And I also want to mention that I'm actually going to be doing a giveaway. Once we reach the 200 subscriber mark, I might have a small giveaway of sorts. I haven't decided what it's going to be yet, but stay tuned for that. And that's it for now. I'll see you in part 3. Take a look. One working headlight and
they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.